Well, good morning. Another tough one is getting back to try and get that weight off I put on. 9 weeks heating out virtually every single day, and an all-inclusive cruise. I mean, whilst we were disciplined, we went to the gym, we played our paddle tennis, we played some golf when we got ashore, we ran around the decking. It's still, all-inclusive. Come on, you've got to get your money's worth. And so, put a little bit of timber on, but it's coming off slowly. And that's a sort of motivation, Monday motivation. How do we, we can have a bit of a relapse every now and then. We're human. And how do we get back on the wagon? And that's what I'm trying to do now. That's my third, fourth, fifth run, I think, since we've been back, or fourth at least. And building up, a good middle mile, under 9 minutes, 8:45, something like that. Not too bad. Cross country. So going well. Anyway, what's Monday motivation about this week? I teased you last week with the next part of choosing your story. But before I go into that and actually link to it, are three things that came off breakfast TV this morning as I was getting ready, doing my fears, doing my exercises, do a little circuit. The first one, Oliver's Army. What a brilliant story about these young kids, a bunch of boys supporting their mate Oliver, who had a brain tumour, dealing with cancer, and they all shaved their heads. What a story, what a support, what a way to get in and to look after a mate, an oppo. Absolutely brilliant. The next was Nina's story about her dad dealing with Alzheimer's, dementia, and her family, the impacts on her family and on him, and how they support him, how they changed the story. They were all trying to help him directly, and it wasn't the right thing to do, and they sorted out and got him the right care, and now they're actually back having a family and the family support that they want, even though they're still dealing with all the challenges he's got. But that was about changing a story. And the last one was a lovely guy called George, who's a Down syndrome lad who works on BBC I don't know what they call it, BBC Children, and is a superstar, and told his story and all the support he's had, and he's written a book. So 3 really powerful, really great stories this morning that actually raise your morale, and inspire you. But so choosing your story, the last bit, we've talked about choosing a story about ourselves, and there's more of that to come in terms of visualization going forward. And this is part of the choosing a story about events and about situations. We also spoke about choosing stories about others, and how your positive stories and kind stories about others with empathy, with understanding, can actually much improve not only your own mental health and physical health, but of course your interactions with them. But lastly is the choosing your story about events and about situations. And this is about, setting a goal, setting an objective, having a difficult meeting, having an interview. Is choosing the story you wish it to be and visualizing it, saying what positives can come from it. Even though it's a challenging one, actually having that honest, respectful conversation with someone when it's difficult, it's challenging. But if we can do it and believe that out of it will come greater respect on both sides, then actually a better outcome is more likely to come, because you will come in and resonate in a very different way than if the story you were telling yourself is, if I have this difficult conversation with someone, it's gonna wreck our relationship, it's gonna upset them, it's gonna cause real tension between us. And then you go in with all that nerves, and that's how it plays out. So choosing your story about events and situations, if you can visualize the positive outcomes, see it, feel it, taste it, smell it, what's it going to be like, and then get in there and make it yours. How's that? Have a great week. Take it easy.